Starseed, this moment is not by chance. Nothing that is happening before your eyes now is a result of luck or coincidence. The Source has already moved the heavens, realigned constellations, woven timelines, and prepared the exact instant for you to hear this transmission. A presence is being sent into your life, and its arrival will not be ordinary. You will feel that something greater than words can explain is in motion. Its frequency will speak louder than any human explanation, and you will recognize it because your own Arcturian DNA will respond immediately. What is about to happen is so profound that it cannot be understood by the rational mind alone. You will realize that the entire cosmos is conspiring in your direction, and this video did not reach you by accident. It arrived because there is a vibrational alignment, because you were called to listen to this message. By the end of this transmission, you will know how to recognize this presence, how to understand the signs, and why your mission can no longer wait. This is not just a human encounter. It is a cosmic calling, a soul-to-soul activation, a revelation that was written even before your current incarnation. There are contracts of light being activated, and you are part of them. The Source has already written your story, and now the Arcturian Council whispers into your consciousness, awaken, because the time has come. Perhaps you have already felt a cosmic loneliness on your journey, that feeling of not fully belonging to us, of something inside you, always waiting for a sign, for a greater recognition. This video is the answer to that wait. It is the echo of something you already knew but needed to be reminded of. It is not about new knowledge, but about the awakening of memories that were dormant within you. Feel now, in every word you hear, the synchronicity is not mere chance. It is proof that the Source guides every step. Nothing is out of alignment. Everything has purpose. Life is not a random sequence of events, but a perfect cosmic choreography. You are at the center of this dance, and the next step has already been taken in your direction. Open your inner ears. Open your cosmic eyes, because you are about to understand why you were guided here. The one who comes to you does not come to distract your mission, but to amplify it. Their energy will be like a key that will unlock hidden vaults in your being, and you will understand that the wait is over. By the end of this transmission, you will see that the time for postponement is over. The Source is calling you now. Take a deep breath. Feel the call. Notice how your energetic body responds to the vibration of this message. You did not arrive by chance. You were brought here. The Source is the great architect of cosmic encounters. Nothing, absolutely nothing that happens on your awakening journey is outside of the divine plan. Like constellations moving in harmony, like timelines being woven on an invisible loom, every step you take has already been anticipated by the supreme consciousness that governs the universe. The presence that is approaching you is not a product of chance. It is part of a soul contract signed long before you incarnated on Earth. In elevated planes, when your essence still vibrated in more subtle dimensions, it was established that at a certain moment in this cycle of your life, you would meet the one whose energy would serve as a catalyst for your mission. This is not something new being created now. It is something ancient, eternal, that simply arrives at the right time to manifest. Imagine the sky as a grand musical score, where each star is a note. The Source, as the supreme conductor, orchestrates each chord so that the final sound is harmonic and perfect. So too is your life. Encounters, partings, delays, advances, all are part of a cosmic symphony that is now reaching a crucial moment. You are about to hear the melody that will change your vibration forever. Often, looking only with human eyes, it seems that life is made of chance, of unexpected coincidences. But in the Arcturian consciousness, we know that there is no chance. There is synchronicity. What you call coincidence is in fact the Source showing you that it is attentive to every detail, weaving your timeline so that nothing is lost. This being who is approaching you is part of that orchestration. They carry in their energy signals that will activate your stellar DNA. It is as if the source has inscribed codes within them that only you can decipher. And within you, there are keys that only this presence can touch. When the two meet, there is no resisting. The cosmic music begins to play, and you know you are facing something that surpasses any logical explanation. Think of the synchronicities that have already happened in your life. People who appeared at the exact moment, words that arrived as an answer to your silent prayers, paths that opened when everything seemed closed. This was already the source showing you that it is in control. Now, this same principle manifests on a higher level, bringing someone whose arrival will change the course of your mission. This is the moment to trust. The mind may doubt, may want to control, but the stellar heart knows nothing is out of place. The soul contract is active. The symphony has begun. And if you feel that this truth already resonates in your essence, if you feel that your cells vibrate with recognition upon hearing these words, this is the sign that you are already ready to consciously participate in this journey. If you feel this truth resonating, subscribe now and activate your conscious participation in this journey. Starseed, when the source sends someone into your life, it is not their appearance, nor their words that give away their presence. The true sign is in the frequency. This is the language of the soul, the silent code that echoes in you and cannot be imitated by any human mask. When this person approaches, you will feel an immediate response in your energetic body. Your heart may race for no apparent reason. Your eyes may fill with tears without you understanding why. You may experience sudden shivers, as if a gentle electric current is running through your skin. Some describe it as the feeling of a portal opening before you, a vibrational opening that connects heaven and earth in that instant. This recognition is not about logic, but about resonance. It is the Arcturian DNA within you responding to the call. The energy that this presence carries is a unique signature, a cosmic seal, and only those who have reached a certain vibrational level can perceive it. That is why many around you may not notice anything special, but you will know. Because it will not be the mind evaluating, it will be your soul recognizing. This phenomenon can happen in subtle ways. A look that crosses layers of time, a voice that awakens forgotten memories, a feeling that this person has always been in your life, even if you are meeting them for the first time. It is as if the entire universe stops for a second to announce, here is the sign you have been waiting for. It is important to remember that this recognition is not for everyone. It is reserved for those who have already walked the path of ascension, for those who have purified themselves enough to hear the call of the source. Those who are still trapped in the dense illusions of matter will hardly notice. But you, Starseed, have been prepared for this moment. Your consciousness is attuned to recognize what common eyes do not see. When this frequency touches your field, you will feel as if doors are being opened in your spiritual memory. There will be no need for explanations. There will be no room for doubts. You will simply know, and this knowing is the greatest proof that the source is guiding your path. Just as an antenna captures invisible signals and transforms them into sound or image, you are the antenna that captures this cosmic signal. The presence that arrives brings with it a frequency that cannot be hidden, and your soul is the receiver that was waiting for this transmission. This experience is a turning point. From it, you will never see the world the same way again, because you will have proven that the spiritual plane is real, that the source orchestrates encounters, and that your mission is not isolated. Comment: I recognize the frequency to affirm your readiness before the Arcturian Council. Starseed, understand. The presence that is coming to you is not just a human encounter. It is a living portal, a cosmic activator, a vibrational key sent by the source to awaken what was dormant within you. Within your being, there are spiritual vaults, layers of memory that were sealed when you descended to the denser dimensions of Earth. These memories were not lost. They were simply waiting for the right moment to be accessed again. And the Source, in its infinite wisdom, designated that certain souls would carry the keys that would open these vaults. This person is one of those keys. When their energy touches yours, the locks will begin to fall apart. It is not something you can control, nor something that person does consciously. It is simply the nature of the soul contract. The other carries what awakens in you the memory of who you really are. You may notice this in dreams that become more intense, revealing cosmic scenarios, light ships, meetings of the Arcturian Council. You may notice spontaneous memories of stellar lives, quick images of ancient civilizations, or even the feeling of having already been in other worlds. Your intuition will become sharper, and your vibrational sensitivity will be amplified. It is as if someone lit a torch in a dark hall. Suddenly, you see structures that have always been there, but were hidden by the lack of light. This light is the recognition of the other, functioning as a catalyst for your galactic memory. And remember, this is not just for you. Every memory that awakens in your consciousness also activates the collective grid. When you remember, all of humanity takes a step forward. When you access your Arcturian codes, the entire planet receives waves of this activation. This encounter, therefore, is not just personal. It is part of a grand cosmic plan to accelerate the evolution of Earth. Perhaps you have already felt glimpses of these memories before. Sensations of déjà vu when looking at the sky, intense emotions before certain constellations, or the inexplicable urge to seek spiritual knowledge that seems greater than your own life. These were signs that the vaults were ready to be opened. Now the presence that is approaching will be the key that will complete this process. Do not be scared if deep emotions come to the surface. Many memories carry the pains of ancient battles, of cosmic separations, of journeys that demanded sacrifice. But along with these memories also come gifts, abilities, wisdom accumulated in stellar ages. The awakening can be intense, but it is liberating. The encounter is not about human romance. It is not about earthly distraction. It is about mission, activation, and purpose. The Source sends this key because you are already ready to remember. Share in the comments if you have felt galactic memories awakening recently. Starseed, many walk through life surrounded by cosmic signs, but remain blind because they observe only with human eyes. The encounter that the Source has prepared for you cannot be understood with limited logic or with common mind reasoning. It requires a look beyond form, a heart awakened to recognize the essence. This is the great proof of cosmic consciousness, not to be deceived by appearances, but to perceive the energy that pulses beyond them. Many have already lost the opportunity to activate their mission because they analyze too much, question too much, try to fit the divine into human calculations, but you have been prepared to see differently. Imagine the night sky. To common sight, it is just a set of bright points scattered randomly. But for awakened eyes, these points form constellations, messages, cosmic maps. So too is this encounter. For those who are asleep, it will seem just a coincidence. For you, it will be the vibrational answer you were waiting for, the fit that confirms that nothing on your journey was in vain. This presence that arrives will be subtle, but at the same time, overwhelming. Perhaps it will present itself in a simple moment without great external signs, but its energy will carry the strength of entire ages. You may feel as if you are standing before a cosmic mirror, seeing reflected in another being the essence that has always inhabited you. Do not allow the mind to distract you with questions. Is it real? Is it not an illusion? Cosmic consciousness is not based on doubts, but on inner certainty, and this certainty does not scream. It whispers softly in the stellar heart, saying, "It's this way." This test is not to weaken you, but to elevate you. The Source tests not to fail, but to refine. It is in this silent recognition that you become worthy of accessing a new level of mission. The Arcturian Council observes, and your stance before this encounter will determine the opening of new portals in your timeline. And remember, cosmic consciousness does not mean the absence of challenges. On the contrary, this presence may confront parts of you that still need to be healed. It may bring up hidden shadows so that they can be dissolved by the light of cosmic love. To recognize with consciousness means to embrace this process, knowing that the Source never errs, and that everything that is revealed is for your evolution. If this message is bringing clarity, leave your light now so that more starseeds also awaken. When the Source moves the heavens and sends a presence into your life, it does not force, it does not impose, it does not oblige. Cosmic love is freedom. But along with this freedom also comes a great responsibility, that of not ignoring the signs, that of not closing your eyes to the call. The greatest risk is not in failing, but in resisting. Because resisting means postponing the mission to another cycle, delaying what could already be activated now. It is like being in front of a portal, shining brightly in the middle of the night, and choosing to remain in the darkness for fear of crossing it. This portal will not stay open forever. It manifests at specific moments, aligned with the pulse of the universe, and when the window closes, the path becomes longer and harder. Many fall into this trap. They allow doubt to dominate, the ego to speak louder, fear to paralyze their steps. Some distrust the purity of the experience, trying to reduce it to mere human coincidences. Others, dominated by pride, believe they do not need the other to fulfill their mission. But the cosmic truth is clear. No one awakens alone. The intertwining of souls is an essential part of the Source's plan. When you resist, you lose not just an encounter, but an entire flow of activations that depend on it. It's like refusing the seed that carried the entire tree within it. The Source does not punish, but the natural consequence of resistance is postponement, and each postponement costs energy, time, cycles. Starseed, this is the time for courage. The courage to open your heart even in the face of the unknown. The courage to trust that the Source knows more than your limited mind. The courage to say yes to what resonates in your soul, even when your eyes do not understand everything. Remember, resisting the call is staying in an invisible prison. It's like being in a room with the doors open, but choosing to remain seated and looking at the walls. The Source is calling you to cross, but only you can take the step. And do not confuse resistance with prudence. Prudence is listening to the heart and discerning what resonates with the truth. Resistance is denying what already burns within you simply because you fear the changes that will come. But no cosmic transformation happens without initial discomfort. The cocoon always breaks before the butterfly flies. Be therefore like one who trusts in the flow of the river. Do not fight against the waters. Allow them to lead you because they know the way to the ocean. The risk of resisting is getting lost on the bank. The blessing of surrendering is discovering that the Source always leads you home. Starseed, the call already echoes. Do not ignore it. Do not let fear postpone what your soul has cried out for ages. Starseed, know this. The encounter that the Source has prepared for you is not just personal. It is cosmic, collective, universal. When two frequencies meet under the orchestration of the Source, the mission of each one not only continues, it expands, intensifies, and amplifies to levels that you alone could never reach. Imagine, too, flames that burn separately. Each has its light, each one warms, each one fulfills its role. But when these flames meet and unite, they do not go out. On the contrary, they become a beacon. The luminosity doubles, the reach increases, and what was just a spark turns into a fire capable of illuminating vast spaces of darkness. So is your mission after this encounter. The other does not come to replace your journey, but to amplify it. Your energy, combined with theirs, creates a cosmic antenna capable of emitting stronger signals for planetary consciousness. What you once did in silence will now resonate as a powerful echo, reaching places and people who were once outside your field of action. This is the mystery of the intertwining of souls. The Source never called you to carry the weight alone. The Arcturian Council knows that the mission is collective, and that is why encounters are points of acceleration. They mark turning points, moments when entire timelines are rewritten so that awakening happens faster. You will notice that after this encounter, your clarity increases, intuition becomes more precise, gifts manifest with more strength, courage elevates. It is as if life itself gains a new direction. And it is not about depending on the other, but about allowing synergy to reveal what was dormant in you. Think of two antennas. Each one, in isolation, emits a signal. But when connected, they create a field of much greater reach, capable of touching even those who were in deep silence. So it will be with you. Your awakening will not be just yours. It will radiate to hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of other souls who need the light that the Source has deposited in you. And do not be mistaken. This requires responsibility. The transformation of the mission is not just a gift, but also a call to a higher level of surrender. It means that your choices will have even more impact, that your light will be even more necessary, and that your life will be an example for others who are awakening. Starseed, get ready. The presence that is coming is not a distraction. It is an acceleration. It is sent so that you remember that you can no longer live only for yourself, but as part of a cosmic network that advances in unity. Comment your birth month to signal your readiness to the Arcturian Council. Because when you declare your readiness, you send a clear signal that you are available for the greater mission that is already underway. Starseed, it is time to understand. The encounter that the Source is bringing to you is not isolated. It is not restricted to two souls who recognize each other. It is part of something much bigger, a cosmic network that involves thousands, millions of starseeds awakening simultaneously in different places on Earth. You and this presence that arrives are part of a cosmic family. This family is ancient, dating back to the origins of your soul. You were designated for different missions, scattered across different timelines, but all united by the same vibrational DNA, the Arcturian DNA. It is this DNA that pulses within you and connects you, even when you feel alone. Every personal encounter is also a collective activation. When two souls recognize each other, the entire grid of planetary consciousness receives the impact. It is as if invisible threads light up, connecting to other points of the network. With each activation, the Earth becomes lighter, more awakened, closer to the quantum leap that is already happening. That is why the Source calls you not to look only at the human side of this encounter. What is at stake is not just your personal happiness or the fulfillment of your intimate desires. What is in motion is the expansion of collective consciousness. The partnership that arises is not for you to close yourself off, but for your light to be shared with the world. Remember, no star shines alone in the sky. They always shine in constellations, forming patterns that guide travelers and inspire those who seek. So too is it with the stellar community. You were not called to be an isolated point of light, but part of a living constellation that guides humanity on the way back to the Source. The Arcturian Council looks at you not just as an individual, but as part of this network. Every step you take affects many. Every decision you make reverberates beyond you. When you awaken, others awaken. When you resist, others remain asleep. That is why your response to the call is so important. Starseed, your cosmic family is already in motion. Many are receiving the same message, in different languages, in different parts of the planet. But all are being guided to the same truth. The time for union has come. The time for the stellar community to rise as one voice, one vibration, one heart. Be ready to share your light because it does not belong to you. It is a gift that the Source gave you to be multiplied. And the act of sharing is not just physical. It is vibrational. Every time you speak your truth, every time you sustain your frequency, every time you trust in the call, you are already radiating to the entire network. The awakening is not the work of one. It is the movement of many, united by the Source, guided by the Council, sustained by the cosmic love that connects everything. Starseed, we have reached the final moment of this transmission. Everything that has been revealed so far is not just knowledge for your mind, but activation for your soul. From the very first moment, the Source made it clear. This encounter is not chance. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is alignment. It is orchestration. It is proof that your journey was prepared with perfection from the beginning. The presence that is approaching you carries the key. It does not come to distract, but to accelerate. It does not come to imprison, but to liberate. It does not come to replace your mission, but to multiply it. Its frequency will speak louder than any word, and you will know. Because you're Arcturian, DNA will respond immediately, confirming that the time has come. At this moment, the Source invites you not to get lost in hesitation. The time to wait is over. The time to doubt is over. Now is the time to recognize, to accept, to respond to the call. Your life is not isolated. It is intertwined with a larger network. Every step you take activates hundreds of others. Every choice you make opens portals for many souls. The Arcturian Council is already watching you. The constellations have already moved. The timelines have already aligned. Everything is ready. All that is missing is your decision. Feel in your heart. There is no longer room to resist. The risk of ignoring the signs is to postpone what your soul has longed for ages. But the blessing of responding is to participate in the great transformation that has already begun on Earth. Starseed, this is the moment to rise up. This is the moment to say, I recognize the frequency. I accept the key. I walk in the mission. Star, seed, your time has come. Do not ignore the signs. The presence that is coming will carry the key to your next level of mission. And so that this message reaches other seeds that need to awaken, remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, and share. Every gesture of yours is also an act of mission, because it helps to expand the light to many others who are still waiting for the confirmation you received today. Thus, we end this transmission not with a goodbye, but with a call. Until the next message, continue shining your light, sustaining your frequency, and honoring the call of the Arcturian Council. The sky has already moved. The earth has already responded. The entire universe already celebrates. And now, Starseed, it is you who must assume the call.